Welcome to Clocking In, Voices of NC Manufacturing. I'm your host, Phil Mintz, Director of the North Carolina Manufacturing Extension Partnership, otherwise known as NCMEP. My role is to drive outreach to NC manufacturers, build relationships to federal and state leaders, and coordinate efforts to drive profitable manufacturing growth in North Carolina. Throughout my time working closely with manufacturers, I have heard the most quirky, curious, and memorable stories. I wanted to turn these stories into a podcast so that others may hear and be informed and inspired. From humble beginnings to manufacturing titans, from tragedy to triumph, I will be interviewing some of these manufacturers who have made North Carolina manufacturing the powerhouse that it is today. Ziehl-Abegg is a globally renowned company specializing in innovative ventilation, controls, and drive technology solutions. With a rich history dating back to 1910, Ziehl-Abegg has established itself as a leader in the field, known for its commitment to excellence, quality, and sustainability. The company's product portfolio includes a wide range of high-efficiency fans, motors, control systems, and drive technology solutions designed for various industrial and commercial applications. These solutions are engineered to optimize energy efficiency, reduce environmental impact, and enhance overall performance. The U.S. facility based in Greensboro, North Carolina, soon to be Winston-Salem, has won the 2024 Manufacturing Leadership Developing Markets Award for NCMEP. Jimmy Mitchell, he's worked as Director of Quality and Service and Operation Manager for the organization. Mitchell graduated with an associate's degree from Serve Community College, but all of that doesn't stop there. So we're talking to Jimmy today, and we're finding out a little bit more about him. How you doing this morning?
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Yeah, before we got started, we was talking a bit about your background. It sounds like you're just kind of a hometown guy that continued to grow and turned into some things that have been really great. Talk about how you grew up and what got you involved in this work.
Yeah, so born and raised originally in Pilot Mountain, North Carolina, up in Surrey County. Big manufacturing hub, for several years. Grew up on a farm there, and again, as soon as I turned 15, got my first opportunity to get a real job. I started at Armitex up in Pilot Mountain, a yarn knitting factory up there. Again, just really fell in love with the production and manufacturing side, seeing the camaraderie, seeing that, the products that were being built and used every single day had a purpose, and I wanted to be a part of that.
Yeah, so talk a bit about Ziehl-Abegg and the things that you make. You're telling me, I guess you move a lot of air.
Yeah, so again, I started with Ziehl-Abegg in 2019 and really did not understand the full complexity of ventilation systems and how much air movement there really was all over the world. And with ventilation systems and the fans that we build, there's such a strong market presence right now. And if you really think about it, every building you walk in has ventilation systems. We don't function without air conditioning anymore, without air movement. And so again, that led me to believe that, when I started with 79 people in the company, there was just such a strong and profound growth sense with the company, and we saw an opportunity there to really grow and expand in that market. And so again, I just took the opportunity and ran with it.
Yeah, so over the several years ago, it's not been that many, we had a thing called a pandemic, and I think it was a lot of challenge about making sure there was clean air and all of that. So that became kind of a little bit of a bump to your business, huh?
It did, and I started in 2019, and of course, just a few months later, here we were talking about COVID and a pandemic, and there was a significant scare, across the world. And for us, it immediately turned into an opportunity. And you hate to say that, but at the same time, like you said, clean air, more efficient air movement was really a global priority for everyone. So hospitals, schools, pharmacies, all these commercial buildings were having to overhaul their systems. They needed better, more energy efficient air movement. They needed cleaner air, and we were able to be a part of that.
So talk about the new building you're building.
Yeah, so 522,000 square feet in the Union Cross Industrial Center Park in Winston-Salem. We made the decision about 24 months ago that we were going to have to expand. And at that point, we started doing some research. We found a couple of locations pretty quickly. We partnered up, and within realistically a 16-month window, we're going to be going from 140,000 square feet to a little over 500,000 square feet in Winston-Salem there.
Is that going to be a lot more people there working?
Yes, we're currently just over 300. We expect by 2030 to be just over 800, maybe even close to 900 people. So in the next 5 years, we'll be hiring at least another 600 people.
So where will they come from?
Well, that was another reason why we really liked the Winston-Salem and Forsyth County area. We primarily wanted to stay focused here in North Carolina. We had a lot of options, but we saw an opportunity in Forsyth County and in Winston-Salem specifically. Again, being from the area, I know how many people are commuting down into the Winston-Salem and Forsyth County area out of Surrey, Stokes, Yadkin, Davidson counties. They're all kind of migrating into that area. And again, just with everyone, at least in this region, being, from production and manufacturing backgrounds and a lot of different companies that have either went away or, again, downsized, we just saw an opportunity there to pull in those resources and really grow the company.
Yeah, we've been speaking recently about the evolution of manufacturing and how we have to depend on a lot of technology to get it done. Does the production of your systems lend itself to automation or?
Absolutely. You really can't function in today's age without automation. And so as much as we look forward to automating our processes, you still have to have the operators. You still have to have somebody to run those machines. And so, again, even as we continue to develop our processes to increase the automation in our production practices, you still got to have somebody there to run it.
Yeah. So where do your products go? I mean, do you serve the whole country or does it go out overseas? Or?
So we are a global company. We have 29 subsidiaries based out of Germany. But with our recent expansion, we are going to be the largest production facility in the world for Ziehl-Abegg. So our North American headquarters, which will be featured in Winston-Salem, again, will have almost 900 employees, and we serve right now the North American market. We do have opportunities for export. We are looking at South America as well. We have hubs in Brazil and Colombia and Argentina. And again, like I said, we're looking to start expanding into those markets with our production out of the North American market. Right now, primarily focused between Canada, the U.S., and Mexico. But again, the sky's the limit.
Yeah, so what goes into your systems? Do you guys have problems with like supply chain like everybody else?
We do. Localization has obviously been a big effort for us. Again, going from just 10 years ago and probably being less than $10 million to our target this year of well over $200 million in the North American market. Supply, having to get those components from overseas, which was our primary focus when we first started here. We've been localizing over the last few years. We've set some very strategic and ambitious goals. So sheet metal, injection molding, electronics, all of this has to be a part of our build-out systems. And without having all of those vertically integrated in our facility, we've been very fortunate, and a lot in North Carolina have been able to support us with sheet metal fabrication, painting services, all the way down to, again, those small components to hardware.
So is that fairly new? I mean, is that something that you just started doing, when the pandemic hit, or?
No, actually, we had started back in really 2014. But at that same point, from the amount of production that we had, it was very hard to localize products. If you're not buying enough, you're not getting those price breaks. And so in 2019, 2020, yes, when the pandemic hit, electronics became a big issue. You weren't able to get them from overseas. So again, we moved into that localization process, finding localized suppliers and being able to build up that supply chain here locally.
So how does systems like yours evolve? I mean, what are the breakthroughs that you have that makes things better?
Well, for us, we have the AC motors and the EC motors, and the EC are so energy efficient. It's taking those older systems out of buildings and be able to put in a more energy efficient, quiet system that works for all of our customers. And again, we're working on that global sustainability level. We want to be better to our customers. We want to be better to the environment. We live environmental protection as a part of our company. And so again, for us, it's about building the most energy efficient fans that provide the highest rate of service for our customers.
All right. So what do you tell somebody that's thinking about working for Ziehl-Abegg and making it a career?
It really starts with our company culture, the benefits, the atmosphere inside of our plant. We really push for encouragement. We're looking for that. If we don't hit our targets, we have success every single day within our facility. Again, it's about growth. It's everything from the sales side, the finance, and the HR, what they're doing to help bring people in, to help compensate correctly on a production standpoint. Again, being able to bring them in, have continuous training. And again, talking about going from 300 to 900 over the next few years, there's so much opportunity for growth growth within the company. We're creating departments. We're creating new opportunities, new jobs within our company every single day. So again, it's about being able to bring them in, show them a very positive, outgoing working environment. Again, everything from the paid time off, just everything we can do to keep them engaged and keep them happy. And more importantly, like I said, show them a growth opportunity within the company.
Wow. Sounds like a great place to work.
Well, thank you.
We've been talking to Jimmy Mitchell from Ziehl-Abegg, and they're expanding into Winston-Salem from 300 to 900?
300 to 900.
Oh, my goodness. All right. Thanks for your time this morning.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you for joining today's Clocking In, Voices of NC Manufacturing. This podcast is brought to you by NC State's College of Engineering, the North Carolina Manufacturing Extension Partnership, and Industry Expansion Solutions. If you'd like to learn more about the solutions NCMEP offers, go to www.ncmep.org. Want to listen to previous Clocking In podcasts? Go to ncmep.org/clockingin.